What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. Is Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's marriage on the rocks? Guys, I waited so long to do this video because I had started hearing the stories about Barack and Michelle not being together, and there's a separation going on, or they're breaking up, or they're not getting along. And we all know how hard marriage is, guys. Anybody who's in marriage, there's a reason why everybody says marriage is work. So here we are with Michelle and Barack, and Michelle didn't show up at the actual Jimmy Carter funeral, and she didn't show up at the inauguration. And I waited to make my video after the inauguration because honestly, I thought Michelle would come to the inauguration. You may not like the person, but your brand is tied to being the wife of a president, and the president has to respect the institutions regardless on who's in it. Now, some people can say, well, Jeff, Donald Trump didn't show up to Joe Biden's inauguration in 2020 or 2021. And I get it. Guys, I completely understand. But Barack and Michelle had always kind of been what people would call couple goals or power couple. And especially being a black couple, it meant something to a lot of people. And I can tell y'all like this, if Barack and Michelle are on the outs, you got to start asking what's happening. Now, I personally think Michelle Obama wants to be the heir apparent to Oprah Winfrey. I don't think she wants to be tied to politics anymore. I think she wants to be a media magnet. I think Barack knows he has to stay into that political game because as the former president, that means something. So he can't leave politics. And I think right now, if they are on the outs, it's because of business differences. It's because of business differences. Barack can't leave politics, and she doesn't want to be in politics. But she also probably thinking, I don't need Barack anymore. Why am I saying this, guys? Barack finished his term in 2016. Trump won. Okay? That 4 years, there was a lot of resistance to Trump and that kind of thing. Biden gets in office, which a lot of people called Barack's third term, because a lot of people who work for Barack, continue to work for Joe Biden when he won. Fast forward, Joe Biden gets voted out. And of course, because of the situation with Kamala and a lot of the infighting in the Democratic Party, the brand may not be as strong. And maybe this is the best time for Michelle Obama to make a clean break. And guess what? If I'm gonna make a clean break, I don't have to put up with the pomp and circumstance of acting like I'm happy in some political funeral or political inauguration. Now, y'all probably saw Mike Pence's wife at the Jimmy Carter funeral. She didn't acknowledge Trump. Trump didn't acknowledge her. But then Mike Pence still showed up. Mike Pence shook Trump's hand at the funeral and shook Melania's hand and told Donald Trump congratulations. Well, fast forward to the inauguration, Mike Pence shows up. Karen Pence doesn't. Guys, there's a problem with this. Because if these men don't have their wives, it creates speculation like this, and that's not a good thing. Now, Mike Pence, if you look at Mike Pence told everybody he's not in a room with a woman by himself. There's certain things. He won't have another woman in his car that's not his wife. He does a lot of things to accommodate the wife, but she wouldn't accommodate him because she hates Trump that much. She doesn't realize if Mike Pence is not doing politics, what is he going to do? Yeah, he can go teach at a college and all that, but that's not what he wants to do. If Michelle hates Trump that much, shouldn't she love her husband more than she hates Trump? Because her husband's image and business and money is tied to the political realm. And again, the Democrats, Barack lost a lot of cachet because of, the whole Kamala Harris situation and what he said to black men if you don't vote for her and all this kind of stuff. Barack's image took a hit, which is why he probably needs Michelle standing next to him more to help reset the brand. And when she's not there with him, guys, and again, we don't know the backstory, but for her to not show up when Barack really needs that image there, that's tough. And that's what makes me think is on the outs, because at certain points, you got to swallow your pride and show up because your image is tied to it. And your image is why you're making this money. And Barack and Michelle separate can't be more valuable than Barack and Michelle together. But Karen Pence didn't come to the inauguration, but Mike Pence had to. Why? Mike Pence knows if he got to get back in Trump's good graces so he can stay relevant. Because if he's not in politics, his money dries up. If Barack and Michelle are not in politics together, Barack's money dries up. And I don't think Michelle has that notoriety that she has if she's not tied to Barack. Guess what? George Bush's wife, was with him walking in. You know they can't stand Trump, but they know their image is tied to it. And they got to make that money by being former president and former first lady, right? Bill Clinton walks in with Hillary. You know they can't stand Trump. Michelle and Barack got to do the same thing. Karen Pence got to walk in there with Mike Pence. I'm telling you guys, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm starting to believe, I hope I'm wrong, I'm starting to believe that Michelle and Barack are headed for Splitsville. And that's not good because I hate to see a couple that was as influential as them not make it. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, I'm going to holler.